my god, guys, I'm gonna do it. It's not good. Hold on a minute. Guys, talk me out of it. I'm standing on the edge. And I might just jump. No, I'm kidding. This is gonna be a stressful one. So I can barely think right now. I've been like preparing in my head how to talk about all of this. I'm on here too because I have nowhere else to go that is of relative size to signal blast what I have to say. Let me see here. I'm gonna be honest with you guys. I'm gonna be very open and vulnerable today. Not that you guys care, because I'm just a, what they call in the business, a clip monkey. Somebody in the chat says, "What?" Somebody else says, "WTF? It's the only channel I immediately click for my newsman. I hate this timeline we're in." What are we talking about? So, as you can tell by the title and thumbnail, not this channel, not the I Love You Too. I love you too. I hope the music isn't too loud. Wait, hold up. Sorry, that was the wrong thing. I didn't mean to hit that. Although that is what I want to do right now to myself. Just being perfectly honest here. I turn this down a smidgen. Yeah, I'm gonna do it with the bubble wand. I'm gonna stick it directly into my eye and end it all. I see your videos. Yeah, so as I've mentioned before on this channel, doing these live streams and stuff, this is not my only channel. I'll be honest, it is the channel that at this point I have that has the most subscribers or anything, but you know, all of that, of course, is down to just RM and how much people love him. It's very much like a fan channel, you know, like the other channels where it's just like me doing my thing. Still at a couple thousand subscribers, but like that's the issue. That's what I want to talk about here. So no, this song is too happy honky tonk for what's going on here. YouTube has flushed me down
toilets.
And what I'm very worried about is that they're going to try and take this channel down too next. Because I have, you know, this channel, obviously. There's the other channel that you guys have probably seen me post about, Evil Planet, where it's me and a couple of my friends. We have like a news podcast. News, political podcast, whatever. That one's fine. I have like some other projects that I'm doing with some other channels, but my other channel that had more subscribers was a channel that was named Kid Wizard, because that originally was a channel that I just posted music to. I had that channel for over 10 years, and I've been a YouTube partner for like 3 or 4 years, like, you know, several years. And most of the content on that channel was either like, you know, music, like the minority of it was music that I posted back in the day. I still do music, but just like working on a larger project right now. Other than music, there was like gaming live streams where I would play just, you know, like video games, hang out with people. But then a lot of the other streams that I did was just like covering like bullshit on YouTube, like drama, slop. Listen, I'm not going to defend it, but it's just something I got caught up doing over years. But let me just pull this up, because this is what I woke up to today. No strikes or anything, no warnings on YouTube. This is what I woke up to today. So this is on my other channel, you know, as I mentioned the name. Hi, we have reviewed your content and found severe or repeated violations of our and nudity policy. Because of this, we have removed your channel from YouTube. We know this is probably upsetting. Oh yeah, no, don't worry. It's not upsetting at all. The YouTube channel that I've been making content on for like fucking 7 or 8 years straight. Probably done over like 1,000 videos and live streams and shit easily. Partner on YouTube for multiple years. No warnings. I just wake up to this. I'm not upset at all. No, this is totally fine, guys. Well, you're familiar with that? No, I don't think so. I actually have a different theory that's actually completely insane. And I'm pretty sure that I'm completely correct about this, because when I present to you guys here what I have found, I'm not going to say it's indisputable, but it's kind of like in Breaking Bad where Walter White orchestrated like the murder of like a dozen different people within the span of like 2 minutes so none of them could testify against him. Very obscure, not obscure, but very random example, I know. But when you see what I'm about to pull up, you're going to be like, oh. So, you know, as you guys know, I don't talk about this stuff on this channel because this channel is not about this stuff. This channel is for everyone to have a fucking laugh at RM Brown's comedy. You know, and he puts out, so like, he's so prolific with his content that somebody had to do it at some point. I took up the mantle, you know? And I hope that this channel doesn't get deleted. I hope that I can continue doing this. But I don't even know at this point, like, we'll see. Oh, well, I especially since my, storage drives got messed up before, I have everything saved. But, I will make sure that like none of that is lost. But like the main problem is if this channel just gets wiped, people don't know instinctively where to look, right? I could put everything back up on a different channel or on Internet Archive, but people just don't know. So I wanna try and make sure that doesn't happen, but I don't even know at this point. So I appealed it. I'm like, okay, like I've had issues like this before. So I appealed it, and within like less than 6 hours, we have reviewed your appeal for the following channel. We reviewed your channel carefully and have confirmed that it violates our sex and nudity policy. Keep in mind, they're saying your channel violates this policy. Okay, so I'm like, what the actual fuck? Aside from, you know, building a community with that channel and putting out content, I've been putting out a documentary series on that channel. And I wouldn't even imagine a lot of people watching this channel here would enjoy it. You know, it's like some weird, like, niche bullshit. But I had put in so much time and effort for this shit. And YouTube, like, YouTube is not consistent with anything because there's this one weirdo that I don't really keep up with them, but some people I know do. And they posted a straight up video of them with dick and balls out. Like, you could literally see like the cystic acne on their ball sack. They posted that video of themselves dick and balls out to YouTube. And YouTube just took the video down. They didn't even like ban their channel or anything. Meanwhile, nothing like that even like nothing even like I begrudgingly censor myself when I make content, even on my other channel, right? And this is still the result. I've been a casual viewer of yours for 4 or 5 years on your other channel. I am baffled by this. Yeah, this is insane. But like, I'm gonna have to, just to give you guys the full context of like what's going on with this, I'm essentially going to have to be so open and real with you guys on this channel here. More like open and real with you guys than I probably ever like intended that I would be. Because like this is just so insane and I have to tell somebody what's going on here. So aside from maintaining several different YouTube channels and doing all that, no, it's not up. People were confused because there's a... Oh my god, they literally just sent me an email. We're getting live updates. Yeah, so I'll read this in a second, but they basically sent me another update saying, we did another review, and we found that your channel is in violations of our community guidelines. We terminated the account for violations of our nudity and sexual content policy. Blah, 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 blah. It's all this fucking nonsense. So, I can tell you guys just straight up that there's no content on my channel that violated any policies in terms of like having nudity or sexual content or anything like that in videos or like community posts or anything like that. Somebody in the chat says, can you try to appeal via social media accounts to try and get a hold of a real person? I've seen that to be successful, although rare. Only larger creators can really pull that off. I'm attempting that right now. And by the way, I'm going to drop this because I'm going to post a couple of links right now. I'll just say this too to preface me dropping this link. This channel and that other channel are the channels that are actually like my sources of income from YouTube. So this is essentially cut my income from YouTube by like 50 to 60%. Maybe a little bit more. So first off, before I drop the link to the thread and all that where you guys can go and complain at YouTube if you want, I'm going to drop this. This should work. It's a Streamlabs link for this channel if you want to support right now, but I'm also going to link this thing. Hold up, let me just check this. Okay, that's cool. I have a thread where I am like basically just yelling at Team YouTube on Twitter, which I don't know if it's confirmed, but I'm pretty sure that this is just a bot that's like an AI that's operating this Team YouTube whatever account on Twitter that responds to people and offers support. I hope that actually pops up in the chat. But yeah, there's like a thread. I don't have a Twitter for like, you know, the RM Brown library or my other channel that I'm talking about that got banned, but I do have one for my podcast Evil Planet. So I'm using that Twitter profile, Evil Planet, to just yell at Team YouTube, and they're giving canned responses. At this point, they're not responding at all. Nasty robots. I'm not RM Brown. I'm unsure why people still are confused by this, but I am not RM Brown. I would have hoped that you would have been able to tell by my voice. I put it in the description of this channel, and I tell people all the time, this is a fan-run archive. I'm not RM Brown. I'm surprised that people hear my voice and don't realize that. It's shocking to me, but yeah, whatever. Try to network with YouTube. I'm already on top of all of that, but the other shoe has not dropped yet. Like, when you guys see, like, the other angle that is going on here, you're going to be like, oh, it's... Because I think this is bigger than just me. I just saw a bunch of comments pop in and out and disappear. YouTube might be watching right now. Because what's going on is I just got caught up in a massive ban wave. And I need to give you guys context to explain this, or else this is not going to make any sense. And, like, this is not something that, like, you know, I haven't talked about this before for, you know, potentially obvious reasons, but I accidentally did a face reveal on the last stream for like half a second. Some of you guys may have seen. It was like dark though. You know, it was it was a template on OBS that I used for a different channel. So that popped up for a second. Some people were like, "Oh shit, face reveal." But I'll give you a full-on face reveal right now because I think the reason that my channel got nuked off of YouTube is because I actually got caught up in a massive YouTube ban wave. It's basically a purge that is aimed at adult content creators and people who use the euphemism, I guess, these days, spicy content creators. Now you might be going, what? And wondering what that has to do with me, the guy who's running the Arm Brown clip channel, the Clip Monkey over here. But no, like, the thing is that one of the things I do aside from YouTube is I make adult content. I'll show you my headshot right here. That's a headshot right here. And I go like... I won't lie, I prefer doing these streams where I'm just like not on cam. It's more chill. As opposed to the other content that I do. But because I'm destined to be doing work in fields that nobody takes seriously and everybody is constantly fucking with, such as, you know, like making any type of online content, specifically adult content. I was on Twitter, and I see this. Bro, what the fuck? YouTube, nothing on my channel was sexual or contained nudity. This is another adult content creator. Removed from YouTube. Appeal denied. No actual explicit content on their channel. But it's because they're an adult content creator on other platforms. Now, the name that I use for my other channel is obviously not the same as the name that I use in this context. Yes, exactly. Well, here's the thing. YouTube now is policing what you are doing off of the platform. This is like the surveillance state, weird Puritan nightmare that we all live in now. They're purging ASMR creators too. Yes, well, this is part of it. So let me continue with this. So here's another adult creator. They deleted my account today too. Person responds, "What the fuck?" This is all in the last 48 hours. No. There's no crossover because like these are completely separate things. It's like I said earlier in this stream. There was never any reason for any of this to ever get talked about on this channel. Any reason ever? Really?
Sup, bitches?
Wait. No. Hit the wrong things. Fired up right now. It's pissing me off. So let me go over to the next thing that I have here. Oh, it's not working. Wait, one sec. Here we go. Excuse me. Pardon me. Excuse me. The amount of people respond, like this is just a selection. Yep, they're doing major wipe of creators who do explicit content even off platform. If the name matches, they'll get you. Wasn't even the same name. Stuff like this is why I have a different name. I've seen dozens of people removed off YouTube in the last couple weeks. Another person says they've been hitting a bunch of people, a lot of ASMR creators, as you guys have been saying in the chat. If there's any links on your YouTube to your adult content, even by proxy, they're deleting. Like even if you link to your Safe for Work Twitter, but it has a different link to your Not Safe for Work page, they consider that linking now. So this is an important detail that I'll extrapolate on in a second. This other person here says, seems like a mass sweep. I've seen a few creators just losing their accounts today. Oh, it's a fucking nightmare. Here's another one. Same. So this person lost their account as well. Looks like they're doing a major wipe of anyone who engages in sex work. Another person here says, it's a massive bandwave. I lost mine too. Another person says, what in the actual fuck is going on with YouTube? They echo what the other person said about a lot of ASMR creators losing their channels. It just goes on and on and on. Here we have the famous Jill Cassidy responding. Somebody says they did that to numerous adult models that didn't have any nudity on their channels, like Jill Cassidy. Her channel, like yours, was great. Such bullshit. Jill Cassidy herself comes in and says, maybe one day we'll stop being discriminated against. Really sucks. Sorry you lost your account too. Like, this is absolutely fucking insane. Oh, wait. That's literally not even it. Hold on. There's more. They are nuking any accounts with literally any ties to any not safe for work things. A friend's channel that had 0 direct links just got removed too. YouTube seems to love removing sex workers from YouTube, even if their content is not sexual at all. I've been seeing sex workers who have vanilla YouTube channels. Excuse me. Who have vanilla YouTube channels get randomly taken down this year. Another person says they're taking down almost any feminine channel with a link in a bio. Apparently, it's killed the ASMR scene for women on YouTube. Here we have useless ass Team YouTube, probably a bot. Hi, guys. We just heard back from our policy team. Sharing all the information over DMs with you now. Oh my god, man. Yeah, this other person says multiple sex workers I know had their pages taken down also. Now, I don't expect any of you out there who aren't involved in the industry to care about sex work, any of that stuff. It would be nice if you did. We would appreciate it. But the stigma is just so insane that a lot of us involved are just like, yeah, it just is what it is. What are you going to do, right? Push back against it, but at a certain point, people just seem to hate us. So it is what it is. But the fact that you can't even have a YouTube channel, just as a person who does that, even if your YouTube channel doesn't mention it, doesn't have anything to do with it, doesn't post any, like, you know, inappropriate content, whatever. Sex workers have been denied banking access, denied housing, so many things. But really what this is an example of the surveillance panopticon that is, you know, I was about to say, I'm still going to say, like, being built, but they're putting, like, the finishing touches on it right now. It's basically here. Because I didn't have any of that content on my channel, but what I did have is links in my channel bio. They let you put, like, links and stuff. I had links to other pages, and if you went to those pages, then you could, like, click through to my, like, other profiles and other accounts. You'd have to go to, like, multiple different sites and click through different things and shit. You could find it, but it had a different name. There was, like, no crossover between them. It's insane. The Evil Planet channel is still up. It hasn't been fucked with as far as I know. It sucks. And there's so much work I put into so much of the content on that channel.
I got molested in a little boy's room.
Oh, thank you. Just tip $10. Thank you very much. I appreciate it. It's just so frustrating that you follow ostensibly all the rules and this fucking shit still happens. I think this is one of the reasons why nobody takes online content creators seriously. Because it's like, what even is this? This is like getting fired over text. What kind of bull is this? What kind of bull is this? I'll take a spoon and scoop out my own eyes. What kind of bull is this, man? It's gonna make me start drinking again. I'm gonna pull a Laura Loomer and handcuff myself to the Google headquarters in Toronto. But I'll handcuff myself to just one door so people can still get through because I'm a nice guy. I want them to still get to be able to go to work. I look at YouTube and I ask myself, what kind of bull is this? An absolute load.
Toilets.
I don't even know what to do. Kind of forced to ask myself the question, what is the point of continuing doing YouTube and no, not this song. Get this one the hell out of here. No, what the fuck? What? Hold on, this is a good one. It's disgusting and probably illegal.
That is my own sperm.
What kind of bull is this? For real though, I'm sorry they're doing this BS to you. Completely unfair. Well, thank you. Thank you very much. That's the thing with this channel though too. I don't even know I don't know what's going on. They say you're not allowed to create any new channels to circumvent the ban. Okay. Okay. What about the 7 other channels that I already had? Am I just walking on proverbial digital eggshells with the Alphabet Corporation? Until they hear a twig breaking noise and they look around and they go, oh. Like, whoa. Oh my god, man. What kind of bowl is this? It's okay to not know what to do right now. Not making any major decisions at the moment is probably a good choice, and trying to calm down and put this bowl together. I was pissed when I saw the initial, like, we've taken your channel down, but they still gave me the appeal option. Then I appealed, and within, like, less than a couple hours or so, they're like, yeah, the decision's final, we're gonna keep your channel down. Then I basically started having thoughts that I can't even repeat on YouTube because they'd probably amount to, like, you know, something that rhymes with schmeristic schmretz. But, yeah, I was just like, you know, I had a Chuck Schumer moment where I had to ask myself, what kind of bull is this? What kind of bull is this shit? What kind of bull poop is this BS? What was the channel? I mentioned it earlier in the stream. It was called Kid Wizard. It was initially a channel that I put music on because that was like my alias as somebody who put out electronic music from years ago. And still do. I still do, but, you know, I don't publish music as often. It's shitty the way they treat people. I'd be pissed too. When the thing is, beyond just the original takedown, and then, you know, I appealed and they denied that. I found like a Google support thing. And I actually got into like a chat, supposedly with a human being. I'm kind of convinced that it was still an AI. But maybe it was a person, because there was a few spelling errors where I was like, AI fucks up, but not like that. So I was like, I think this might actually be a person. 50-50 on whether or not they're a real human, but They were like, oh yeah, I'll try and help you. Let me talk to this thing, talk to this team, blah, blah, blah. We'll send you an email. That was the email that I got earlier in this stream. The one that I like read some of. And that was basically like the second appeal. So they have not only doubled down, but tripled down on banning my channel with no warnings. No strikes, nothing. Vincent, I don't know what the hell you're talking about. You are speaking absolute gibberish. You're speaking absolute bull. Luigi Mitch. No comment. My lawyer has advised me to say nothing in response to that and just continue on about my day. Enter scene. YouTube headquarters. Man opens door. Cue sound effect. Elevator going up. Unconventional elevator noise. Reach the top floor. Elevator door opens. There's 100 ninjas.
Hi. 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 Hi.
Punch them all in the face. Open the door. YouTube CEO. The one who's pulling all the strings. Open the door. Look who's behind the desk. Alright, we have to cut that. I think I'm gonna get banned off YouTube for playing that now. Interior. Fourth leftist page I follow this has happened to. Well, as I kind of laid out earlier in this stream, I don't think it's necessarily... like, I am a leftist, 100%. But the channel that has more of like my leftist political content, Evil Planet, has been untouched so far. So it is definitely political, but it's more so like I don't know if you necessarily call it a class discrimination thing, but it's pretty close. Occupational discrimination against sex workers. That's what got my other channel taken down, essentially. YouTube is a wet fart of a streaming platform. Well, the thing about YouTube, too, is that it's also a monopoly. YouTube has a monopoly on online video content. People will talk about, like, oh, well, there's TikTok and there's blah, 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 blah. No. Just let's be real. The answer to that, the response to that is just...
no.
Nobody's uploading 1-hour lectures to TikTok. Or any, you know what I mean? And like, YouTube is a monopoly. YouTube should essentially be turned into like a public service. All I'm gonna say is that sex workers, people who do adult content, they're often used as like the sacrificial testing rat. Oh, nobody cares about these people. We'll just treat them like shit. We'll basically do pilot programs on these people. Before we do it to the general population, we'll kind of like do it to these people, because if you know, they get deplatformed, they get like debanked, if they're like unpersoned. Nobody really cares because they're just degenerates or whatever, right? And then people are like, yo, and then the same thing gets like expanded upon, refined, and then used against the general population. Whoops. Yeah, nationalize YouTube. or at least like somehow force YouTube through regulations and shit, force them to actually have humans that you can talk to. Force them to actually have like a process where you can negotiate with the platform. Because like talking to a fucking AI, it's not it. This is not acceptable. This is not, this is not a substantial solution. Yeah, just wait. Just wait. Average person is going to start seeing this kind of shit happen to them. The tools that were used to facilitate this mass purge of people from YouTube is going to be used against you and you and you in ways that you can't even imagine. You and I can't even imagine right now. Oh yeah, if you have like a certain amount of subscribers, you're basically like, YouTube will let you get away with shit. They will not consistently enforce their policies against you if you're that popular. They're turning sex workers into the sex I mean, a lot of people turn to sex work because they have issues with employment. That's a conversation you can have in and of itself about like that. But for a lot of people these days, it's, I don't know if I say it's a second job, but it's part of how they make their income. Even having 2 jobs these days is not good enough for a lot of people. Public utility, yep. I had to log into my Gmail the other day on a new tablet and they lock in. Yeah, they're so fucking useless. It's crazy. And it's nuts how a lot of these platforms won't even give you a chance to just like deal with the issue. Like, they won't come to you and be like, hey, can you remove this? We know that this has never been a problem that we've come to you about before. You've never been penalized for anything close to this. You've never been given a warning. We noticed this issue with your channel. Can you resolve that? No. It's never anything like that. It's just, you're gone. You're banned. Absolute scum fucks. Yeah, that's the crazy thing, too, is that the website is being buried in AI slop. And then you have, like, a real person who's making content. And they're just like, nope, fuck you. You're banned. Oh, yeah, it really is an evil planet, isn't it?
Seriously, bro.
Pivot to Rumble?
No.
Absolutely not. And like the mechanisms at work here are so god awful. Because that, if I can't get back that channel, massive drop in the revenue that I get from YouTube, then you have to fight against any urges to like, start further monetizing like other shit, because I am very much against something like a YouTube channel or whatever being like overly monetized. Views equals power. Yeah, views also equals news, as many of you must know by now. But like, treating this shit like a business is the kind of shit that like ruins the experience for anybody watching the content. So ideally, you want it to mostly just be about like having fun, making good content, making people laugh, entertaining people, so on and so forth. You don't want it to be I'm gonna give me money here. I'm gonna sell this and do this and blah, blah, blah. Like at a certain point, obviously, the more time you spend on it as an adult, you're like, okay, I have to get like some money out of this. But the point to where you're forced to look at the channel that you like, because I have this channel left that I make money from. So the obvious impulse at that point is like, okay, let me like try and make more money from this channel. But there's no way I can naturally do that without it basically coming across like I'm just farming RM's content, which I'm not doing. I'm trying not to do. Which is why I haven't been like posting like just every day. Like I did a poll back before. I was like, what if I did post every day? What'd you guys think? Would that be annoying? And most people are like, no, it'd be cool, you know, get some clips and shit, but RM Brown, Ed Norton, what? 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 What kind of bowl is this? No, I mean he just lets me like clip his stuff. He's cool with it. Banned for political views. Political views. Edward Norton, Toilet Club. Toilet Club, yeah. That was a Fight Club reference. Yeah, I know. Closest I can get is that one scene where he like shows people his penis for one frame. Kicked off YouTube for one frame. It was just one frame, one time. Conservative tears coffee. I don't think it would work because, you know, conservatives are weirdos that want to like drink other people's tears in actuality, but most people on the other side of the aisle would just be like, no.
No.
I'm not interested. Maybe if you sold like conservative scalps, I don't know. I knocked a dozen MAGA hats off of Chud's heads. Broke them down and turned them into a scarf. Here you go. Can't you upload here or they'll just... Well, I mean, the channel that got banned is like completely different content. It had a completely different audience. I'm not gonna rock up onto the RM Brown Library channel and start streaming me playing Marathon, you know. Make half of every VOD a coffee ad. Speaking of getting your channel deleted, you know it is also really frustrating not getting your coffee in the morning. That's why I switched to a Keurig brand coffee maker. Makes the most delightful sound when it's making coffee for you. Sounds like the death rattle of an alien creature that has never seen the surface of planet Earth. Yeah, huge internet fight. I'm gonna go to Google headquarters in Toronto. I'm gonna start a food fight in the cafeteria and teach them a lesson. I'm gonna find the mushiest dish that they serve in that cafeteria. I'm gonna start throwing it at Google employees. Satire, satire, satire. Not a serious statement of intent. Satire. Ready for the ad segues. And that's why I go with Me Undies. Mouse Cop. Mouse Cop?
What?
I don't know what Mouse Cop is. Maybe that's like heresy since I'm running this channel, but I don't. I remember like I remember all the other stuff. Wait, was Mouse Cop one of the videos that was on the channel that him and his friends were doing? When it basically just got. I thought he removed that channel though. Is that a different thing? Yeah, brown rifle coffee instead of black rifle coffee. Brown rifle coffee. That's because it's run through the
Toilets.
all mouse cops are bastards. What about space cops? Protect our boys in blue. Definitely. I love the Blue Man Group. Those are my boys in blue. I always wonder how their blue, like, I was gonna say face paint, but it's like all over them, so I guess you'd say like body paint? Blue Man. They blue as hell. Blue Man? You'd have to take me out to dinner first. I don't even know what to do anymore. I don't even know what to do anymore. I want to go lay down on some tracks of indeterminate vehicle usage. Just say that. I saw Blue Man Group in 93, audience of like 30 people. It was awesome. Audience of 30 people. Wow. That must have been an intimate show. Then you'll get that Blue Man goo. And this is how it do. Delicious. The Mouse Cop creator was the guy who shat? Shat? He shat? Oh, shot a show in an office after hours and the show got yanked. Yeah, I remember that. I remember some of those videos. There was like a bunch of videos, right? Poughkeepsie. That guy killed all those people, right? One of the funniest things in the world is when I showed my wife that movie, the Poughkeepsie tapes. At the end, she was like, "Oh my God. I can't believe that all actually happened." And I was just like, "Babe, you know that's not real, right? None of this is real. It's a movie." She was like, "What?" Absolutely hilarious moment. God, I don't even know what to do. Would I just be insane for continuing to like try and fight to get this channel reinstated? Because there's a very significant, strong part of me that just wants to like take this extremely far. Let me backtrack on that. I don't mean extremely far, really. I just don't want to like lay down and just allow this to happen. Cuz like one of the biggest things that really fucking makes me feel like I have a fairly good case is that there were no direct links to, like, even though I admit, like, I'm an adult content creator, there's no direct links to any adult content from my from that channel that got banned. There's no adult content or anything inappropriate on the channel itself. I didn't direct people to go to any adult content or anything from my YouTube channel. None of that shit. And the fact that if you even clicked on any of the links that they are probably, that I probably got dinged for, it would basically take you to a page where you would need to click through again and then make a conscious choice to look through the contents of the page and then click through to an adult content site. Like, you would have to go to like multiple different other sites and click links and all this shit to actually get to any adult content. So if that's what it was, then it's such a shaky basis to, like, in my opinion, delete somebody's entire channel outright. Email Barron to get it back. I don't think he'd like me. Even if I got Barron Trump's attention, he's like a rich fucking shitty weirdo who is into like Fresh and Fit and Andrew Tate and like PBD. No, I see pretty much everyone in the chat saying that I should fight this. And I think you're all right, and I'm going to continue doing it. I am willing to take it as far as going down to Google headquarters in Toronto, because I'm from Canada here. And just being annoying as hell. Just being like, no, I want to talk to somebody. Like, figuring out who, like, the head of, like, content moderation at YouTube or whatever there is, if that position is even a thing there or whatever. Just, like, try and find somebody who would be like, the most closely related to, like, having to deal with something like this, or having to, like, oversee whoever deals with these things, and just be like, yeah, no, like, I'm gonna write you very sternly worded letters. I'm gonna keep, like, contacting YouTube's legal department, because that's one of the only places where you can actually email, like, human beings at YouTube. They have, like, a legal email that they kind of have to have open. Yeah, that's the thing. Like, the Team YouTube thing on Twitter, the content moderators at YouTube, it's all AI. But the problem is for them is that they claim that they have humans reviewing things. And another huge issue is they don't point out anything at all that violated this rule. They just say, oh, your channel violated this rule.
Toilets.
Chair spins around and it's a robot. And that robot is with the bubble wand doing this. Because the robot doesn't have lungs. So they can't blow a bubble. Yeah, I'm gonna try and fight this up to the point of going to, like I said, Google headquarters in Toronto and just politely, and I'll say this too, because, you know, they're probably like, oh God, oh no. Politely and professionally attempt to negotiate some sort of resolution with them. What the hell is up with this thing here? Who is this? Is this the guy doing the... Hold up, I have to pull this up. So we have a gentleman who appears to be in the back rooms. This is the visualizer they picked for this YouTube copyright-free jazz track. The even more sickly colored back rooms. The back rooms is usually like that type of yellow, you know, Like that specific type that we've all seen. The wallpaper. This looks closer to like vomit. This tone of color grading here. They just went into like some industrial park and they just started taking pictures. Anyways. A nice little slow shake effect on that video there. Nah, yeah, I know. It's not gonna be like that. I'm just gonna go down there and start annoying them. It's a piss filter, yeah. Trump term 1 yellow. Yeah, pretty much. That lines up with when this video was uploaded like 5 years ago. The end of Trump's first term. Sounds right. Yeah, no, I'm just gonna keep giving them shit. I don't even know how feasible it would be. But I really think that all these sex workers who are involved in this mass purge, I think they should just file a class action lawsuit against YouTube. To say nothing about how successful it may or may not be. Just giving YouTube a headache to deal with over it would be worth it. And making them reconsider doing things like this. Because they literally let like the worst scumbags in the world just have YouTube accounts and say like the most disgusting shit. Like one of the like awful people that I cover on one of my other channels, the one that got banned, is this absolute piece of shit guy who somehow still has a YouTube account. And you know, this is the type of stuff that I talked about. You know, some of the drama slop stuff on YouTube that I cover on some of my other channels, but this guy is literally on his YouTube channel talking about like he's like advocating for like pedophilia and talking about like, you know, all that type of like really sick, disgusting, and he's talking about it in explicit terms and all of this shit. And like that's allowed on YouTube. YouTube's not taking that down. But somebody who's like following all the rules, not doing anything even remotely like that, but they have a link to a site that on that site there's links to a site that's links to a site where there's some dirty stuff. It's like, oh no, can't have that person on YouTube. You're completely banned. Good luck finding a lawyer. Yeah, I know. That's what I'm saying. That's why I said, like, you know, not to even mention the feasibility or potential for success. Because YouTube has its terms of service and so on, but I don't know. I don't think it's good to just, like, be like, well, this sucks, but I'm just going to lay down and take it. You almost feel like you have to do something, right? Twitter is constantly banning not safe for work accounts of all kinds. There's been 2 waves this year so far. Cyber's going crazy. Twitter is insane because, like, you know, we were just talking about sickos promoting sicko stuff. There's so much sicko stuff on Twitter. Thank you for the subscription. Thank you. But Twitter is just a haven of, like, Nazi scum and, like, sickos posting, like, CP and all this crap. But in terms of just, like, you know, adult content creators who are like, hey, I do like adult content and I post it on OF and here's like a trailer for it. And it's, you know, above board in terms of just like normal adult content. Sites like Twitter that ostensibly allow not safe for work content as long as it's like filtered into like, you know, a separate section of the site where it's like, this is like the explicit section of the site. You know, there's like warnings and shit on it. Even then, they ban not safe for work accounts. And some guy, I literally seen some guy saying the other day that like there's videos of like people just like shitting and like doing all this nasty stuff all over Twitter. And it's like, you know what? Let's remove the account of this porn star who is not really breaking any of the rules as far as like the actual like rules of the site are concerned. You think about Twitter and it's just run by an insane weirdo, Elon Musk. And calling him an insane weirdo is like, you know, understatement of the century. The channel itself was over 10 years old. It was something like 12 years old. But I'd been consistently making content on it for pretty much exactly 7 years, almost to the day. That's all good. Enough to make you want to end it all, isn't it? And like, to say nothing about all the other bullshit that I've been having to deal with lately. I'm not even going to go into all of that. But that shit has been enough to deal with on its own. And then there's this? What kind of bull is this? What kind of bull is this? You fucking shitting me? Alright. I've come on here. I've explained the situation. Sticking around for any longer would just be prolonging getting off because I'm, you know, I'm like, well, this is the only channel I can really stream on and anybody's gonna watch it now, so fuck. But yeah, I will not be, as I said before, necessarily changing how I do stuff on this channel. You can go back and watch I'm about to end the stream in a second. If you're really curious, you can go back and watch the beginning of the stream. If you missed the beginning of the stream, I would definitely recommend starting from the very beginning of the stream and watching at least until like the 30-minute or so mark. So you can kind of get a grasp on like the whole situation as it's been unfolding. And as I laid out, like all those posts from all those people have been mentioning that this has been going on very concentrated in the last 48 hours. But it's been going on for the last several days, not just the last 2 days. I mentioned a channel called Evil Planet. Evil Planet is not the channel that got taken down. Evil Planet is the other channel that I have that's like my podcast that I do with a couple other people. Appreciate the work you do. Thank you. But yeah, the channel that got taken down is called Kid Wizard. Some people have looked at that up and been like, oh no, the channel's still up. But that's like some other guy who coincidentally has the same name. He does like animations of like My Little Pony or something, you know, whatever. But that's not the channel. That's just another guy who has the same name. My channel that is called Kid Wizard is no longer there. It's been fucking just removed from YouTube. And I'm going to keep appealing it. People are saying like, fight, bro, in the chat. Thank you. I'm going to keep fighting, but, you know, we'll see. I may have already broken through to a human with the last, like, because I've appealed this twice now. Through 2 different, avenues. I don't know what other avenues even exist. My only hope at this point, it seems like, is getting the attention of a larger YouTuber who can maybe help me out with this. But like, so many people have lost their accounts in the last couple days, last several days. I feel like it's just gonna get lost in, you know, I feel like it's just gonna get lost in all that noise out there. Thank you. Thank you. I appreciate it. All the people wishing me good luck. We'll just have to see, you know. And I don't even want to necessarily, because I was talking about, like, you know, the content on these channels before and, like, the money that I made from the channels. I don't want to make it seem like I'm only upset about losing that channel because I'm upset about the lost revenue. I would probably just keep, if I could opt to keep that channel up and just not have it monetized going forward, I would probably go with that option. Just to, you know, because I've lost so many fucking crucial like videos and streams and all the shit that I put up, and now all those people, if they want to find me again, they don't know where to look. It's a fucking disaster. Maybe DM the real RM on his subreddit Discord. I mean, I might do that. RM's like a super busy guy. For whatever reason in the past, when I've DM'd him, you know, I've gotten some replies here and there, but like I said, he's a busy guy. I think also because we don't necessarily have like a history of messaging each other that much, except for like the few times that I've talked to him. Like I'll be honest, like the most consistent communication I've had with him since starting this channel is just through like me sending a comment or a question through the comments on Patreon and him like responding to it like a week later. That's the most consistent communication I've honestly had with him. But yeah, I don't even necessarily make it a habit of like constantly reaching out to him because I don't want to bug the guy. Like I said, I know he's very busy. But did you just ban you because you... No. YouTube didn't ban this channel. YouTube banned another channel of mine. If you want more context, I would say just go back and watch the stream from the beginning because I'm about to end it in a moment here. But yeah. I am really worried that YouTube is going to do something to this channel now, though. And one of the reasons why I brought it up on here, because I'm like, fuck, man, I don't know what's going to happen if this channel just is banned one day. I might just absolutely fucking lose my mind. Like, I lost my mind earlier today when this shit fucking happened and progressed and they denied my appeal. And I kind of calmed down and came on and done this stream, but... Yeah, it is complicated. It might even be bigger than just that one channel getting deleted. No, I'm not RM Brown. I don't know how the fuck people still think I'm RM Brown listening to this stream and hearing my voice. We don't even have remotely a similar voice. Appreciate the stream. Well, thank you. And before I head out, I want to do something quick. Where is this crap here? I want to thank Whoop Ass Stew for the $5 super chat. And I think I got some Streamlabs too. Let me just pull this up. Because I want to name and thank whoever just sent in tips. Wheelie Jesus sent $10 on Streamlabs and says, thanks for the memes. So I really do want to thank you guys for that support. Okay. Maybe just ask for advice in that case. RM had his channel nuked a few years ago and might know someone who knows so. Yeah, potentially, yeah. I was thinking about that. I was like, maybe we could try and pull a similar maneuver, but I'd have to try and figure out what the hell he even did. All right. Thank y'all for coming out. I'm going to head out now. I'll leave you with one of these little ditties as we head out here.
Toilets.
It is disgusting. No. No. No.
Porn can lead to demonic possession.
You're a moron.
You're a little baby.
You're terrible.
You're hurting the kids.
You crazy bastards.
Videos aren't real.
What? Shut up. What? Shut up. What? Shut up. You know, wrong. Whoop. Whoop. Whoop.
The news and the left promotes pedophilia. These people are perverts. These people are perverts. These people are perverts.
She was licking on him. She spit on him.
Paul Bet Davidson. Paul Bet Davidson. Paul Bet Davidson.
Nom 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 nom. Nom 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 nom. Nom 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 nom. Nom 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 nom. Nom nom nom. Nom 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 nom. Nom nom nom.
Look, another car is coming.
All right, goofball.
Booty hole waxed down.
At gunpoint.
And it makes me cry. And it makes me cry to even look at him. I'm talking stuff.
Bye bye.